Hey guys, Amanda here from Faithfully Homemade, and today I'm going to show you what is in my first graders work boxes for the week of, I think it's week 10 now we are on for homeschool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you his work boxes. The first activity I have here is phonics activity. And what he is going to do is, this is a puzzle, this is a Melissa and Doug puzzle, and it has a little fishing rod. And then what he has to do, I put words, we've been doing digraphs. And so digraphs are when two consonants, you put them together, they make a new sound, like SH says sh, and TH says th, and CH says ch, and WH says wh. And so what he's going to do, I put words with the digraphs on Post-it notes, and I stuck them on the little animals, and then he has to read the word, and he has to pick up the piece and put it on the puzzle. So he has to read it properly first. So he will pick one, for example this one, and he will read shell. If he reads it correctly, he can pick it up, and then he has to put it on his puzzle, like so.
Is that mine?
Yeah, you're going to be doing this week. And he will just continue on until he has read all the words. The words that I wrote on here are words that I thought he would be able to read because they either have a long O, or a long vowel, or a short vowel. So shell has a short vowel, ship has a short vowel, chick has a short vowel, and then like whale has a long vowel, and it follows the rules. Two vowels go walking, or two vowels, the first one says his name. So same thing with throne, it has long O. So I didn't do tricky words like that I thought he might not be able to easily sound out with his phonics rules. So anyways, they all have digraphs on them. So he's going to go ahead and do that for his first activity. Okay, the next activity I have in here is this Spin and Read Easy Sentences Activity Center that I created. I'll leave a link below where you can get it. And pretty much what he's going to do is he's going to pick, I'm going to pick one of these cards for him to do. Actually, we just did this one today. And so he did this one, and so he needs a card, and then he needs the spinner. And what he does is he spins, and then whatever it lands on, so it landed on 4, he has to read that sentence. So he will read Cam rides a bike, and then after he's read it correctly, I've been having him use a manipulative, like you see here, to cover up his answer. And these, we've been using these because it's fall time, and so these are just little fall pieces. And so he will just pick one, and he will cover, really, it's not really an answer, he will just cover it up because he's read it. And then we just kept on going until he had covered up the entire thing. So it's just practicing reading sentences. So here he got a 1, so I have a pen, and then he would just go ahead and cover it up like so, and then we just kept going until he had covered up the entire thing. Okay, the next activity I have here are my long vowel puzzles. And what I'm going to have him do is I paired it up with this. This is just a little tin with some place salt in it. Not salt, place sand. You can use salt though. But what I'm going to do is he has to put the puzzle together. So here's one. For example, this one would be fire. And you can't see it right now. Let me move this. So he would put together fire. It's a long vowel, and once he puts it together, then I'm going to have him make the word in the sand. So he uses the eraser end of a pencil, and he's going to make F-I-R-E, fire. And I remind him of the rules that when there are 2 vowels in a word, the first one is usually long and the second one is silent, especially in a word like this because it has magic E. When you add magic E to the end, it makes the first vowel say its name. So that is what we're going to do with that, and then he can just do a handful of these puzzles and writing them in his sandbox. Okay, the next activity I have here, these are called Easy Sentences Puzzle Match. It's an activity center. I will leave a link below again to anything you see here that I have created myself. I'll leave links either in the description box or in the comments below, depending on where you're reading this or watching this. Oh my goodness, I can't talk today. And it's because I'm trying to talk so fast. Anyways, What he has to do is he has to read the simple sentences and then match them up with the picture. So this says Tim's plate is full, so that one would go with the plate right here. And then this one, John will bring the food, goes here, and then Sam and Sue eat a big meal, goes here. All of the words in these sentences either have short vowels or long vowels and basic sight words, so that's what makes them easy as far as reading, because they follow phonics rules and they use simple sight words, that kind of thing. So that's what he has to do, and then I have a whole bag here of just all sorts of different ones, so we can pick through and decide which ones he is going to do. Okay, the last activity here is this, as far as phonics goes. I'll show you his math activities in a minute. As far as phonics goes, it's these hidden puzzle long vowel centers. A center, and it has different mats like this. I just pulled one of them out. This one looks like this, and then it comes with the cards, and he has to read the long vowels on the the long vowel words on the cards and match them up. So this says snail, so he will put it over the snail. Read, so he'll put it over that picture. Kite, coat, tie, and blue. When he's finished, it makes a puzzle of a little girl here holding a crayon, and then all of the ones that are in here all make different pictures, so we can just pick different ones and he can match those up and do that. All right, let me show you the activities that he's going to be doing for math. Okay guys, I was on a puzzle kick this week. When I was putting together the work boxes, I just got into this thing with puzzles, and so I pulled out a puzzle here. It's a train. It's a Melissa and Doug. This is like what you do the puzzle on. And we've been working with money. So I do not have my money unit finished yet for my early learners math curriculum, because that's what we've been using. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of activities for him yet because I don't have that unit finished yet. I'm working on it. But for the time being, I have these cheapo little cards that my mom got us from some dollar store or something. And so I'm going to give him a card, and he has to tell me the answer. So this says, what is this? How much is it worth? So he has to say penny, 1 cent. If he can do that, then he gets a puzzle piece. And then I'll give him another card. If he can do that one, he gets another puzzle piece. You get the idea. And he's going to keep getting puzzle pieces each time he answers one of these questions about money correctly. Okay, so here are some of the cards. Show you what they look like. Each time he answers correctly, he gets another puzzle piece until he has completed the entire thing. I made sure I had as many cards as I had pieces. That way he, there's not more pieces than cards. So every time he answers correctly, he will get a puzzle piece, and he can put it together to make his train. So when he's all done with all of his cards, his train will be complete. So that's the first activity I have for him for math. The other thing I have as far as money goes are these counting money puzzles. I showed you these in last week's video, but we didn't get to them last week, so we are definitely going to try to do these. I got these from Lakeshore Learning, and we haven't used them yet, so I'll let you know if we like them or not. Okay, the next activity, we're going to be using my Touchpoint math cards this week to just do some more addition review. And I pulled out the ones with the pumpkins on them. If you didn't see my video on Touchpoint Math, check that out. I will try to remember to leave it below. If I don't, it's in my playlist on my channel. But Touchpoint Math, so he's going to be using these cards, and I'm basically just going to take 2 cards. I'll show you a simple one. And then he has to write the problem, so 2 plus 4. We'll put it on a cookie sheet, and he can use an expo marker. And he has to write the plus, and then he has to write the equals, and then he has to figure it out. What I teach him is that we touch the bigger number and say it. So he will say 4, and then we count up from there. So 5, 6, and then he'll have to write his answer. So 2 plus 4 equals 6. And so we will just continue on like that. He can, obviously, as you see here, cookie sheets are great because expo markers just rub right on off. And so, oh, what's this? Oh, that is from that other activity. Oh, forgot about it. Okay, so yeah, we'll just grab a card, I'll put them down, and he'll just continue doing that. And we'll just do different addition problems like you saw with using his touch point math cards. And it also helps him work on memorizing where the touch points are so that when he's doing a regular worksheet that doesn't have the touch points, he has them memorized and it helps him do his math. I've had these in his workbox for, I think, 2 weeks now, and we still haven't gotten to them, but I definitely want to get to these. These are from my Early Learners Math curriculum. These are number clip cards, and this is for place value. So he is going to so he'll take a card, and it's counting by tens and ones to figure out the number. So for this one here, he would count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then he would count by 1, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. So the answer to this card is 75. He can use clips to clip on his answer, or he can use our little manipulatives here to cover up his answer, and then he can go on to the next card. So this one here has cookie jars, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. And so on. If you saw my other videos, you've seen these already. Anyways, we didn't get to them yet. So that will be the next activity that he will be doing. And the last thing is some subtraction. Now we have started I've started subtraction with him, but this is the unit that I'm working on currently for my Early Learners Math curriculum. So if you own my curriculum, subtraction unit is coming next, so be on the lookout for it within the next few weeks. I will be adding the subtraction unit. But in the meantime, since I don't have everything finished yet, we've just been doing some basic things. So I just have some regular subtraction flashcards here, and then just some manipulatives. So all he has to do is put out, 5 pumpkins here, 3, 4, 5, minus 4, he takes 4 away. How many is left? 1. He checks his answer. So, simple enough, but that's what kind of I've been doing just to introduce subtraction with him. I've been picking some flashcards that are just basic, either, 3s, 2s, 4s. I think the highest I went up to was 5. So right now, as he's just kind of learning. So that's the last thing I have for him. I have put little notes on everything in his, well, not on everything, but on a lot of things in his workbook so that I don't forget what I wanted to do with each item sometimes. So that's it, guys. I'll see you next time. Be on the lookout. I'm going to do a video on my preschoolers' workboxes. Bye.